Hey guys, today I'm very stoked because I get to check out this Tuya Knives production series, collaboration between Tuya Knives and the Blade Central is my understanding. And this is a Tuya F3 medium slicer that was produced by, or OEM by, Tuya Knives. And Dave sent me this out, his personal, to check out, and I'm going to be sending it back to him, but I wanted you guys to look at it. I've never experienced, full disclosure, a Tuya custom knife. I've seen them at USA Made Blade. I've seen them on Instagram. I've always thought they were very cool looking knives. Do not know what brought this collaboration around. I'm kind of glad to see it. I think the box is cool. I know that's a big nothing in the knife. How good is it going to be? But I have a feeling the knife is going to be pretty good. It looked good in all of the materials I've seen. Let's just take a closer gander and see what we've got here. We've got the F3, got a really unique pivot, frame lock, deep carry pocket clip that looks like it's done very well, not reversible, doesn't need to be. We've got nice jimping here, flipper tab, and a deployment hole. Looks like we got a deep satin flat ground blade that looks like it's very thin. We'll do a little slicing with it. The jimping feels great. For me, this is the position I would hold the knife in. Again, this is the F3 medium. I don't have anything in my Tuya memory bank to compare it to because, like I said, I've not experienced USA made Tuya. But I can tell you the jimping in the blade is done exceptionally well. The blade is stunning to look at. You got a nice drop point blade with a very nice finger choil that also serves as a sharpening choil. It says Tuya Production Series, just like the box did there on the blade. You have nothing on the other side of the blade. This M390 is the blade steel. I don't see that anywhere. That doesn't mean that it's not going to be somewhere. Gosh, it feels smooth. Just nice, controlled. It does not feel like an imported knife. It feels like a USA made knife. Maybe that's because it's done in such a way that it is mimicking that. I don't know. It's got a nice back spacer. You've got weight relief on both of these scales, the internal and the external. I don't know if you guys can see that deep weight relief in there. So you're not getting any weight that you don't need. Do a couple of size comparisons, then we'll do a little cutting. Well, let's do a little cutting first. Again, guys, this is the thick, like Hinderer, Medford, Strider, Spartan size thick knife, and it's very slicey. I guess the F3 slicer, me not being that familiar with Tuya knives, I don't know if he has a slicer grind that this is mimicking, but it is very slicey for a thick, beefy tool of a knife, which this is. I mean, this guy feels like an absolute chunk. I probably should have grabbed, let me grab a couple of bigger knives to compare it to, just out of curiosity. I'm going to grab a Hinder Jurassic, a Hinder XM18, and a Medford in fraction. Just so when we do our size comparisons, we can look at some of these knives. That's an XM18. That's a Jurassic. It's about the exact same size as the Jurassic. And guys, look at that thickness. I mean, it's built just as thick as my Hinderer Jurassic. Not quite as thick as my Medford in fraction. I put the wrong one down. Got confused. They feel so similar. But yeah, guys, this knife, in my humble opinion, is a winner. I mean, it's built like a USA thick knife. I mean, it just seems to be done very, very well. Do a couple other quick size comparisons, like our Sharpie test. There's our Sharpie. Benchmade bug out. Just a little bit longer than the Benchmade bug out. A little bit shorter than the PM2. Which is going to translate into right under 7 3/4, between 7.5 and 7 3/4. 3 1/4 inch blade. 4.5 inch handle roughly. Our cutting edge is going to be 3 inches on that nice drop point blade. The inside grip is 3 3/4. That's from here to here, 3 3/4. That's a lanyard hole. And then the grip that I use is 4 inches. That's from right here to right here. If I was going to take that on the inside, it's 3 1/8. So from here to here is 3 1/8. If you wanted to hold it inside, I like to hold it back against that trigger and that finger choil, letting my thumb just lay on that jimping. Reverse grip is okay. It's not as, perfect, but I'm not looking for a perfect reverse grip. You've got fantastic access to the frame lock. So this is a frame lock. The flipper tab works great as a light switch. Works great as a push button. I'm not much of a thumb flicker, so I'm not good at thumb flicking this one. However, the middle finger flick is cash money. What I do is when I thumb flick, I dig in, and it makes me dig into that lock bar. So I'm going to say the thumb flick's not optimal. Reverse flick is cash money. Regardless if I go down low or if I hit it up high, the detent is just snappy as you could ever want. Let's see how thick this piece is. The blade thickness is 0.1480. 0.1695 is each scale. And the overall thickness is 0.52, which is thinner than I thought. So a 1/2 inch, 0.52. And then with my blade thickness being 0.1480, my behind the edge, 0.0240. And I might be a little high on that. But wow, what a pretty knife, guys. I wish I have had experienced a Curtis USA made knife so I can see how this compares, kind of like I did with the Dwyer BB-NM from North Mountain Blade. I had a Strider that I owned, that I was experienced with, that I was able to compare it to. I can't say the same about this knife, but I can say that it's a beautiful knife that seems ultra refined. It seems that Tuya did a great job OEMing it. And I would say the Blade Company and Curtis Custom Knives LLC, their collaboration, which I don't know what the Blade Company or really that much about the Blade Company, shame on me. I'll definitely learn more about them, but this knife is delightful. I love the weight, I love the feeling, I love the heft. Let's drop it in the pocket and then we'll weigh it real quick because it does have some heft that I find is a positive. Rides deep in the pocket. Very, very nice pocket clip. Now our blade was about 3 1/4, a little bit more with a 3-inch cutting area. And this guy weighs in at 4.9 ounces, under 5 ounces for a full tie M390 beast of a knife. Again, an American design, American made knife that has been made a little more affordable by being offered for under 300 bones. You can get this at Tuya's website right now. I'll leave a link to Tuya's website so you guys can check it out. I think there were right around 15, 16, 17 of these in stock last time I looked. So there are several, but they're not a ton. It's a small batch drop. I think it's a really cool knife. I like it. Guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to all the channel members. Thank you to anyone coming in to watch my knife and EDC content. I appreciate it. If you're so inclined and you hadn't had a chance yet, please hit that subscribe button down there and that bell notification icon right by it. Hit the like button on your way out if you don't mind. And hit that comment button. And if you don't want to leave a comment, click that hype tab. It lets more people see the video. But most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.